Hello dear students, welcome to online class of class 7 science. So in the previous class I was discussing about the lesson physical and chemical changes. So I explained you about the two important chemical reactions, that is burning of magnesium ribbon in order to get the ash, powdery ash, and also the formation of iron sulfate solution when it reacts with the copper sulfate solution, and formation of iron sulfate solution with the copper deposition on the iron plate. Okay, so dear students, so let us go for the next concept, one more reaction or the chemical reaction, chemical change in today's class. Okay, so let's go for the activity 6.8. So in this reaction, chemical reaction, so you need to take about a teaspoonful of vinegar in a test tube. Okay, so vinegar means, already in the lessons acids, bases and salts I explained you vinegar, it is nothing but it's a acetic acid, it's a acid. Okay, so we call it as acetic acid, so it's called by both the name vinegar. Okay, vinegar as well as acetic acid, we have to take it 1 teaspoonful in a test tube, and you have to add a pinch of baking soda to it. Okay, so 1 pinch of baking soda you have to add to this solution already which you have taken. Okay, in the test tube. So baking soda, you must keep it in mind, it's a base. Okay, sodium hydrogen carbonate, it's a base. Vinegar is acetic acid, it's a acid. So baking soda, it's a base, sodium hydrogen carbonate we call it as. So when you add this pinch of baking soda to the solution containing the vinegar, so immediately you will hear a hissing sound. You will hear a hissing sound in the test tube, and the bubbles of gas starts coming out of the test tube. Okay, so bubbles will start coming out of the test tube. Now pass this gas, okay, through a one bent tube to another test tube containing freshly prepared lime water. Okay, so that arrangement of this one I'll show you on the next page. Okay, so just I'm explaining it theoretically now. So what happens when this gas which contains the bubbles, okay, when this bubbles of gas passed through a freshly prepared lime water, so what changes are going to take place, let me explain you along with chemical equation. Okay, so what happens to that lime water, so when that freshly prepared gas, when that gas is passed through it. Okay, so look at here, the change can be explained which takes place in the test tube can be explained through a chemical reaction. So remember, here we have taken a vinegar, that we call it as acetic acid, plus for that what we have added, baking soda, which is a sodium hydrogen carbonate, we call it's a base. So when acid and base are added together, then there is a formation of carbon dioxide gas. Keep it in mind. Now whatever the bubbles of gas coming out of the test tube, it is nothing but what, it is carbon dioxide gas. There is a formation of new substance here. Okay, so along with that, one more other substance is formed here. So the reaction between carbon dioxide as well as lime water is shown as follows. Look at the arrangement here. So in the first test tube, you look at the diagram here, 6.5, it's a setup to pass through a lime water. Okay, so first test tube we have taken the vinegar plus a baking soda. There is a formation of what, one with hissing sound, baking one what is coming out, the gas is coming out with the bubbles. Okay, that is passed through a test tube to another test tube containing lime water, freshly prepared lime water. So after, immediately when that carbon dioxide gas formed, new substance which is formed, pass through and reach, when it is reached the lime water, it turns into milky. So look at the reaction here. So second new substance, what will happen, let's see. First new substance formed is carbon dioxide. When this carbon dioxide CO2 is combined with the freshly prepared lime waters, that is we call it as CaOH twice, calcium hydroxide, which is a base. Okay, so there is a formation of calcium carbonate along with the release of water. So reaction, remember here dear students, there are two new substances are formed here. One is carbon dioxide gas is formed in the first reaction, and in the second reaction calcium carbonate is formed. So here, when carbon dioxide gas is passed through a lime water, so what is formed here, the lime water is turned into milky. The lime water is turns to milky when carbon dioxide gas is passed through the lime water. What is going to be formed, calcium carbonate is formed. Okay, so now it turns into milky. Now, so the turning of lime water into milky okay, is a standard test for carbon dioxide. Okay, it shows the presence of carbon dioxide in it. Okay, so now let's come to the let me sum up all these three activities, 6.6 to 6.8. okay, so try to observe these all three activities. What happens here, you will see the similarity here, some kind of similarity. You saw that in the activity 6.6 there is a change in the change, and there is a formation of one or more new substances in all these activities, chemical reactions. So in 6.6 what happened here, the magnesium ribbon was burnt in the air, so automatically what happened here, the formation of powdery ash, it's a new substance formed. Okay, so in activity 6.7 what happened, so there is a reaction of what, copper sulfate with iron, there is a formation of iron sulfate. Okay, it's also one more new substance is formed. So both of these are new substances formed, which is that powdery ash as well as iron sulfate, both are new substances here. So later on copper was deposited in the iron blade, that's a secondary afterwards. Okay, so in activity 6.8 what happened here, so in this reaction vinegar and baking soda, both acid and base combined together, they formed one more new substance called what, that is nothing but carbon dioxide gas. So when this carbon dioxide gas is a new substance, okay, so again when it is passed through a lime water, it forms one more new substance, that is lime water into milky, that we call it as calcium carbonate. So now, so let me come to a conclusion here. So chemical change, what do you mean by chemical change? A change in which one or more new substances are formed. So a change in which one or more new substances are formed, then such a change is called chemical change. So we call chemical change as a chemical reaction. Okay, so a chemical change is also called as chemical reaction. So dear students, I hope you have understood this reaction of turning lime water into milky by passing the carbon dioxide gas. Okay, dear students, try to draw this diagram, try to read this concept well, and try to write it in your own way. Okay, so that you will have a proper idea of this, and try to write these chemical equations and two new substances formed in these two reactions. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.